Let me ask you something uncomfortable. You walk into a job interview. Two candidates, same resume, same experience, same qualifications. One is named James, the other is named Jamal. Who gets the callback? Studies show James does, almost every time. And here's the terrifying part. The person making that decision, they believe with complete confidence that they are being fair. That's not evil. That's not racism on purpose. That's your brain running a program it installed without your permission. Welcome to the psychology of unconscious bias. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never see your own mind the same way again. Part 1. What is unconscious bias really? Let's get this straight. Unconscious bias is not about being a bad person. It has nothing to do with your morals, nothing to do with your intentions, and yet it shapes every single judgment you make, every single day. Here's the psychology behind it. Your brain processes 11 million bits of information per second, but your conscious mind, it can only handle 40 bits per second. Think about that gap, 11 million versus 40. So what does your brain do with the rest? It automates. It creates mental shortcuts. Psychologists call them heuristics, little pre-packaged decisions that run below the surface of your awareness. These shortcuts are brilliant for survival. If you had to consciously evaluate every situation from scratch, you'd be paralyzed. But here's where it breaks down. Those shortcuts don't just sort safe from dangerous. They sort people. They sort faces. They sort accents, names, skin tones, gender, age, and they do it in 250 milliseconds, faster than a blink. By the time you think you're making a decision, your brain already made it. You're just writing the justification afterward. This is what psychologists call post hoc rationalization, and it is everywhere. Part 2. The science that proves it. Let me give you the studies. Because this isn't theory, this is documented, replicated, peer-reviewed science. Study 31, the resume audit. Researchers at the University of Chicago sent out 5,000 identical resumes to real job listings. The only difference? The names. White-sounding names got 50% more callbacks than black-sounding names. 50%. Same resume, same words, different name. Study number 2, the implicit association test. Developed at Harvard, the IAT measures the speed of your mental associations. When concepts are closely linked in your brain, you respond faster. When millions of people took the test, across races, genders, education levels, the majority showed an unconscious preference for lighter skin over darker skin. And here's what's disturbing. A significant portion of black participants showed the same bias. Because we don't just absorb our own experiences, we absorb the culture around us. Study number 3, the orchestra experiment. In the 1970s and 80s, major orchestras were overwhelmingly male. Then they introduced blind auditions. Musicians performed behind a screen. The number of women hired increased by 40%. Same talent, same music, different result, simply by removing the visual cue. Your brain wasn't just evaluating the music. It was evaluating the person playing it. Part 3, the different types of unconscious bias. Unconscious bias isn't one thing. It's a whole family of cognitive distortions. Let me walk you through the most powerful ones. 1. Affinity bias. You like people who are like you. Same background, same accent, same school, same hobbies. This feels like chemistry, like a natural connection. But in hiring, in leadership, in friendship, affinity bias means you are systematically excluding people who are different, not because they're worse, but because they don't feel familiar. 2. Halo effect. One positive trait, and your brain fills in all the blanks favorably. Someone is physically attractive. Your brain assumes they're also intelligent, trustworthy, and competent. This is why good-looking politicians win more elections. Why taller CEOs run larger companies. Why your first impression of someone colors every interaction that follows. 3. Confirmation bias. Once you've formed an opinion, your brain actively seeks evidence to confirm it and ignores evidence that challenges it. You decided someone was lazy in the first week. Now everything they do gets filtered through that lens. Their hard work becomes invisible. Their mistakes become defining. This is how unfair reputations survive for years. Pater, attribution bias. When you make a mistake, you explain it by circumstances. I was tired. I was under pressure. It was a bad day. When someone else makes the same mistake, especially someone from a different group, you explain it by character. They're careless. They're not qualified. They don't belong here. Same mistake. Different explanation, based entirely on who made it. 5. The horns effect. The opposite of the halo effect. One negative trait, and everything about that person gets filtered through suspicion. Someone mispronounces a word in a meeting. Suddenly their entire competence is in question. A woman is assertive. She's aggressive. A man is assertive. He's a leader. Same behavior. Different label, because your brain is running a different program depending on what it sees. Part 4, where unconscious bias does the most damage. Let's talk about real-world consequences, because this isn't just an intellectual exercise. In medicine, research shows that black patients are systematically undertreated for pain compared to white patients, even when their reported pain levels are identical. One study found that a disturbing percentage of medical students believed, falsely, that black people have a higher pain tolerance, a myth with no scientific basis. That went on to affect actual prescriptions, actual treatment, actual lives. In the courtroom, studies on criminal sentencing show that defendants with more stereotypically black facial features receive longer sentences, even controlling for the crime, the evidence, and the defendant's actual race. Your face is influencing a judge's decision, and the judge doesn't know it. In the classroom, teachers given identical essays, but different names on the top, consistently rated essays from students with lower status names as weaker. The child hasn't written a worse essay, but they've already been seen differently. When a teacher believes a student is less capable, they call on them less. They challenge them less. They expect less. And over time, the student delivers less. This is called the Pygmalion effect. Your expectations of someone literally shape their performance. The bias doesn't just affect the moment, it shapes the future. Part 5. So what do we do? Here's where most videos stop. They scare you and then they leave. I'm not doing that. The research is clear. You cannot eliminate unconscious bias just by wanting to. Awareness alone is not enough. But awareness is the beginning. Step 1. Stop trusting your gut in high-stakes decisions. Your intuition is valuable in many areas, but in hiring, evaluating, or judging people, slow down. Ask, what is this feeling actually based on? Is it evidence or is it familiarity? Step 2. Standardize your process. Blind reviews, structured interviews. The same questions in the same order for every candidate. When you remove the opportunity for bias to enter, outcomes change. The orchestra studies prove it. The resume studies prove it. Step 3. Seek disconfirming evidence. When you have a strong opinion about someone, deliberately look for evidence that challenges it. Force your brain out of confirmation mode. It won't feel natural. Do it anyway. Step 4. Expand your exposure. Bias feeds on unfamiliarity. The less exposure you have to a group of people, the more your brain fills the gap with stereotypes. Read stories. Build relationships. Go outside your bubble, not performatively but genuinely. Step 5. Build accountability structures. Don't rely on individual willpower. Build systems in your workplace, your school, your organization that catch what individual minds miss. Here is the truth about unconscious bias. It doesn't make you a monster, it makes you human. But being human, with a brain built for speed, not justice, in a world that demands fairness, that requires work. The most dangerous thing you can believe is that you are objective, that your judgments are clean, that your decisions are purely rational. Because the moment you believe that, you stop questioning, and that's when bias does its worst. Damage, unchecked, invisible, consequence-free. The goal isn't to be without bias. The goal is to be aware enough to not let it make your decisions for you. Your brain is lying to you, but now you know it, and that changes everything. If this opened your eyes even a little, share it, because someone in your life needs to hear this too. Subscribe, drop a comment. Tell me which bias hit closest to home.